If you could leave the office on time every day without doing any overtime and still receive the same fixed overtime pay every month, wouldn't that sound like a dream? Konnichiwa guys. Today I'm going to talk about Japan's widely used fixed overtime system and the dark reality behind it. Let's get started. First, what exactly is the fixed overtime system? In simple terms, it's a system where companies estimate how much overtime you'll likely work each month and include that amount of overtime pay in your salary upfront. For example, if your contract says you have 20 hours of fixed overtime pay every month, you won't be paid extra unless you exceed that. And even if you work less than 20 hours, you'll still get paid the full fixed amount of overtime pay. This system is currently used by many companies in Japan. At first glance, the system might sound like a good deal. From the employee's perspective, you can expect benefits like getting paid even if you don't do much overtime, or being able to finish work early and still enjoy the full overtime compensation. From the company's perspective, they don't have to recalculate overtime every month, and it reduces the administrative burden while making labor costs more predictable. So, on paper, it looks like a win-win system for both sides. Unfortunately, reality isn't so rosy. In many workplaces, fixed overtime ends up being treated as the minimum you are expected to work. If your contract includes 30 hours of fixed overtime, then you're often expected to work all 30 hours as if it's just part of the job. And even when you go beyond that, there's often pressure from managers not to report the extra hours. In some cases, employees are even scolded for trying to submit their actual working hours. I once worked as a salesperson at a major company listed on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. I regularly worked around 50 hours of overtime every month, but my contract only covered 30 hours as part of the fixed overtime. That means I was constantly going over the limit. But when I submitted with my timesheet with the actual hours, my boss would call me in and say, "Why are you recording your hours so honestly?" I was literally scolded for telling the truth, and in the end, I never received proper overtime pay, not once. Honestly, I don't think my case is rare at all. This is just how it works in many Japanese companies. So, what should you do? If you're thinking about working in Japan, make sure to check a few important points. First, look at how many hours of fixed overtime are included in the contract. If it's more than 40 hours per month, that's generally a red flag. It often indicates an exploitative work environment. Next, make sure to ask during the interview whether additional overtime beyond the fixed amount is actually paid. This is crucial to avoid being taken advantage of. Finally, research the company using employee review sites like OpenWork or Tenshoku Kaigi. Reading the honest opinions of current or former employees can help you uncover what the company is really like behind the scenes. I believe the system became so widespread because it fits Japan's feudal work style culture. There's a deep-rooted belief that if a company hires you, you should be grateful and not complain, and that enduring hardship and self-sacrifice are proof of effort and loyalty. Based on these mindsets, the fixed overtime system is often abused as a convenient way for companies to exploit workers. The best way to break this toxic culture is for us to refuse to work at companies that abuse the system. I hope you'll find a job that respects your time and effort. On this channel, I share real stories and insights about working environment and society in Japan based on my own experiences. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to leave a comment if you have thoughts or suggestions for future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.